Hey, what is up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. So before we start today's update video on these mysterious booms that have been occurring over the years both above and below us, I have some breaking news while it's been breaking across YouTube on various mainstream media outlets, and when I saw this video I actually had to search it the way that they titled it. The first video I saw about this was posted by the YouTube channel Today, as in the Today Show, where they misspelled the word report and wrote titort. Instead of the R, they put the T, and the video was left up or has been up as of posting this for 5 hours without them correcting the title, and you can see I had to search for the word titort on Havana Syndrome. But nonetheless, here's a clip from today.
A CIA official who traveled to India this month is the latest to report symptoms of Havana Syndrome. That's the mystery illness that struck dozens of people at the U.S. Embassy in Cuba several years ago. That official was traveling with CIA Director William Burns at the time. The National Academy of Sciences reported last year that the most likely cause of Havana Syndrome is microwave energy focused on a target.
So, if you've never heard of the term Havana Syndrome, that is what they have named the mysterious occurrence that I've been reporting on for years now when it first happened, or at least was first publicly reported over in Havana, Cuba. Then it happened in China and then Russia. And basically what it was that people, as you heard, would be sitting usually in an embassy or a corporate building of some type. They would start slurring their speech. They would get extremely disoriented, headaches, lost vision, lost hearing, you name it. And all of them have described it like they were being hit with something, some sort of beam of energy that was directed right at them. Sometimes it's only been one person in a room. Sometimes it's directed at an entire floor of a building, and it has appeared to have happened again. And so that's why they are calling it the Havana Syndrome, because it is thought to have started in Havana, Cuba. And so here we have another report from the BBC News saying Havana Syndrome and the mystery of the microwaves. Quote, doctors, scientists, intelligence agents, and government officials have all been trying to find out what causes Havana Syndrome, a mysterious illness that has struck American diplomats and spies. Some call it an act of, well, you can read it. Others wonder if it is some new and secret form of surveillance, and some people believe it could even be all in the mind, so who or what is responsible? The piece goes on to just talk about what has occurred. People describing a sort of low humming noise, an intense pressure inside of their heads, pulses, whatever you want to call it. Some hear sound, some feel nothing, but it's definitely a directed energy. Could it be coming from space? Could it be coming from someone pointing, an apparatus at someone or one of these buildings? And whatever is causing it, it seems to pierce anything, whether it be concrete, steel, doesn't matter. But it seems to have continued. The CIA director is said to be, quote, fuming after the mystery syndrome has struck another CIA team member in India. And so give me your opinion down below, guys, but best believe people are having their brains fried by something out there, but only time will tell. So now today's video is a follow-up to my last video, which if you haven't seen, go check it out. That video was a throwback to where a couple of years back, well, it's been probably 3 or 4 years back since I've really reported on what are known as mystery booms that have been heard or felt by people across the nation. Some describe it as coming from above them, as if something massive is moving directly across and over top of their homes, rattling their windows, causing books to fall off the shelf like an invisible cloaked object. Others report it as coming from down below, with massive cracks developing in the concrete or the soil. And what was so mysterious about this phenomenon is that a lot of the times there would be no reports from seismometers or any hints that there were any earthquakes going on at the time reported publicly, and oftentimes seismographs wouldn't even pick up what had just happened. So it's all very strange. So they were either hiding the seismograph data, or for some reason it just wasn't being picked up. And so I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update to see, well, are these things still happening? Are these mystery rumblings still occurring? in 2021. And while I've pulled up a couple of different news stories here about these mysterious booms, I'll start with the first one, which goes back to around the last time I was posting on them back in 2018. Experts talk about loud boom heard and felt all over the viewing area Sunday night. This was December 31st, 2018.
An unexplained and loud boom is causing confusion all across our viewing area as we've had reports of home shaking, but no visible sign as to what could have caused it. WSBT 22's Brooke O'Daniel is in the studio, and Brooke, people are telling you this sounded like it was right outside their homes.
Yes, people from Warsaw to Mishawaka and up into Michigan are describing a boom that occurred around 6:30 last night. Every person I talked to said it seemed like it was very close by, and many of them compared it to an explosion.
I heard a boom, and it wasn't a firework.
Okay, so there's a story from when I was posting on them. Now, some of you may say, well, it was a transformer exploding or something like that. And all of the cases I've reported on, none of that has been reported on. There have been no power plants going down, no power lines popping, or anything like that. And more importantly, as I said, it appears to be happening underground, as if something is moving very quickly under the ground. And we will get more to that here in a second about something potentially moving very quickly from across at least the North America area. It appears to be happening underground, as if something is moving very quickly under the ground, and we will get more to that here in a second about something potentially moving very quickly from across at least the North America area. So let's go to the next report. Out of New Jersey by Philadelphia News 10, mysterious booms rattle Atlantic County community. Over the past month, police in Mullica Township, New Jersey have received several calls reporting extremely loud noises that sound like explosions or something being dropped from a plane. I can't say these things, guys, because, well, something will happen to my channel. That's where it's gotten today on YouTube. But, something being dropped that causes big boom. So this happened in New Jersey, December 8th of 2020. So 2 years after the report that I was just showing you guys. Did you hear or feel it? Mystery boom experienced across San Diego County. This was posted by CBS 8 on June 8th, 2021, the next following year. It says, quote, social media lit up Tuesday night with reports of an earthquake-like shaking and loud noise all around San Diego County. No earthquakes were reported by USGS or the U.S. Geological Survey.
Did you feel it? I don't know.
I didn't.
No, me neither. But people are buzzing on social media tonight saying they felt a boom shake just before 8:30.
A News 8 photojournalist in Lakeside and one of our producers in Encinitas say they felt it too. On Twitter, Michelle said she's thinking it was a sonic boom, and La Playa Book says UFO or earthquake. I can't tell anymore. We were actually talking, you and I, up in our offices. I did not feel it.
I did not either. No, let us know. Tweet at me if you heard it.
Okay, now in some of these cases, some people have described it as a sonic boom that would be left by, say, a jet plane passing overhead, but there are no jet planes. They would call these local nearby bases. They would say, nope, no planes in the area, don't know what you're talking about. And furthermore, the residents would not see any of these planes that would have to be very close to them or near them to break windows, knock books off the shelf, and so forth. Okay, just a few months later, loud boom rattles Clarksville, but cause remains unknown. This happened just a few months later, very recent, this year, 2021. Quoting from the article, Clarksville, Tennessee. Residents from Sango to Old Russellville Pike, even out to Woodlawn, had a what was that moment Saturday night after a boom shook the ground. But as of Sunday morning, it remained a mystery. At about 9:50 p.m., a dispatch center received numerous calls about a loud boom being heard, and several people reported that they felt the ground shake, according to a notice from the local authorities. Residents speculated it could have been anything from a vehicle collision to an earthquake, and some reported seeing a flashing light. So that happened in Tennessee. Now let's go to the San Diego Union Tribune, going backwards now just a few months to March 13th of this year, where it states, quote, "Sonic boom, skyquake, the weather, latest San Diego noisemaker has people wondering." And just like the previous encounters, it's more of the same. And the article starts out by saying, quote, "Everybody loves a mystery, but we like them solved too. And so far, an answer has been elusive for the big border boom." Describing what occurred, it said that it rattled windows and shook doors across a large swath of San Diego and Tijuana late Wednesday afternoon, jangling the nerves of residents who'd experienced a similar noisemaker last month and one the year earlier. The region joined a list of communities from coast to coast that are defined in part by unexplained goings-on. Quote, "Mysterious shaking rattles San Diego County again," the website Strange Sounds trumpeted in a headline this week. And lower down in the article, it is quoted as saying that it is a sound resembling the explosion of a heavy piece of artillery that can be accounted for by none of the known laws of nature. And lastly, here is yet another, this time out of News 10 Boston. A couple of months later now, August 9th of this year, mysterious booms rattle Peabody, leave residents asking questions.
Something strange is happening on the North Shore. Officials in Peabody are now trying to get to the bottom of a series of mysterious booms. There have been a couple of earthquakes recorded in and around Peabody in recent weeks. Residents say the quakes, though, don't explain all of the noises. And NBC 10's Mike Manzoni joining us live from Peabody with the details on this, Mike.
Shada, right now, these booms only sound like explosions, but people who live around here fear that they'll end up seeing actual explosions because of all the underground gas lines.
It feels like there was an explosion underground.
Tracy Valetti fears what'll happen the next time her house rattles.
We all have gas, and, we don't want to see anything, happen to what happened in the Merrimack Valley a while ago.
She and her neighbors keep hearing loud booms underneath their homes on Emerson Street in Peabody.
If something moves, it could snap a line, and now we're talking about what happened in Methuen and Lawrence.
But they have no idea what's causing the unnerving noises.
It's just a weird feeling.
Alright guys, so yeah, those are just a couple of the few updates around the nation from the East Coast to the West Coast in the past couple of years. And I'm sure I could have dug up more, but I just wanted to give you guys an example that it has continued happening from 2018 all the way up to this year, with multiple happening this year all over the nation. And as I said earlier, about things that felt as if they were moving across the ground. And speaking of movements from one side of the country to another, I want to show you guys a clip of a video that I posted a couple of years back, where this time seismographs did indeed pick up something moving underground, but it was not an earthquake, because whatever this object was, it started on one opposite side of the country, and within a matter of minutes was then registered on every seismograph leading to the very other end of the U.S., i.e. something was captured on seismographs moving very fast underground from one side of the United States to the other. Check out this clip. Okay, so how is that for a head scratcher? Whether you want to call it something moving, whether you want to call it an energy wave moving below the surface, something was picked up on seismographs moving from one end of the United States to the other in just 19 minutes. In what was described by Mr. MBB3 as a strange ground pulse, traveling nearly 3,000 miles in a matter of minutes, and that could be tracked on these seismographs that are normally used to track and measure earthquakes that happen, although this was a different kind of energy. This was not earthquake energy. So tell me what you think. That was creepy when it happened, because you had seismographs pick up the exact same reading from the east to the west, something moving down there. Many of you may believe that there are underground tunnels. If you watched my last video, I will put the link to it in the ending credits here, but it goes into further theories about what just may be happening underneath our feet. And as I said, some of these rumblings happen above the house, like there's a cloaked freight train moving right above you. So, have you experienced something similar? Send me an email. All my details are down in the video description. I also have a new P.O. box set up. The address is down below. Be nice. Remember, it's federal to play with the mail, but be nice. Send me some art, send me some letters, send me some stories, whatever you guys like. But send me an email if you have footage or a story regarding underground mystery booms or UFOs. SecureTeamNews@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please throw your boy a like. I put a lot of time and effort into this, and the algorithm loves likes. It likes shares. So do me a favor, share this video on your social media. Get your friends to come on down the rabbit hole with us, alright? So I love you guys as always. Stay tuned. Keep your eyes to the skies.